What's going on, YouTube friends? Just wanted to do another video, say a quick hello to all my new subscribers. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this little YouTube adventure that I'm doing right now. Just an update on the podcast. Eric and Tim and I are still working hard on it. It's going to be ready for you guys very soon, so keep an eye out for that. Super excited. Again, we're going to do photo challenges, giveaways, and just talk nerdy photography stuff. So hope you guys will check that out and join us on that journey. It's going to be fun. But today I want to talk to you about the Contax G1 and why I'm obsessed with it. So one of the major reasons why I love this camera is because the Zeiss glass is incredibly sharp. Every time I go back to this camera and I see the images that I get, I'm like, damn, why do I really shoot with any of my other cameras ever? It's so dumb. That's just so stupid. Just because these images are incredible. I'm definitely going to show you guys some of my favorites I've taken with this. But this is the G1. It's the first version that came out in the early 90s. There is a G2, which they updated the autofocus on, from what I hear, quite a bit. The one gripe I do have with this camera, sometimes it misses, which is unfortunate because, you know, every shot when you're shooting film is like throwing money in the garbage can. But for me, it wasn't worth it enough to upgrade. I mean, maybe a day I will in the future, but for right now, this guy does okay for me. Typically, you see these cameras with 3 different lenses. This is the 45. There's also a 28 and a 90, I believe. The other thing about it is basically fully manual, so you can just set it right to auto and just shoot away. So you don't have to, you know, do the old, like if you're shooting with a normal rangefinder, you don't have to line up the images and, you know, go super slow. You can just kind of blast through a roll of film with this camera, which is fun sometimes. But yeah, enough about that. Let's take a look at some photos. All right, so first up is a shot I took a few years ago, right when I first moved to LA. This is, I was actually on a photo shoot hiking with a buddy of mine who was helping another photographer, and I just was taking personal stuff on the side, because why not? Love the flare in the corner there, just from accidentally opening the back of the camera, which sometimes works out to be a cool thing. So that's that one there. This shot is actually of the buddy of mine that I was talking about. This is my friend Joe Perry. He's an awesome film photographer. He shoots with the G2, so he's a fan of this camera as well. We were just downtown hanging out, and I grabbed a shot of him. This is on a side film. I can't remember the name. More flare in this one, which makes it a pretty cool image. Alright, so this is some cherry blossoms in Washington, D.C. My brother lives out there, works out there too. Was just on a trip visiting him and his girlfriend and taking some photos around the city. And I just love how sharp this one is. This is one of my favorite shots I've taken with this camera, just because it's so incredibly sharp and pretty. And the colors, I do notice with this camera, come out a lot more contrasty than in other cameras due to the Zeiss glass. So that's another fun thing and the fun reason why I like this camera. And I just love this shot. It's one of my faves. Hey, that's me. Just a cool mirror shot of myself. Nothing fancy. Just thought this one was fun. There you go. Alright, so this is a shot of my friend Seti. We went out to the cherry blossoms. If you look back on my YouTube, we were shooting, comparing beta Impossible film versus the older versions. So that's on my YouTube channel if you want to check that one out. But I also had the Contax G1, so I was trying to finish a roll of film while we were out there. Again, these colors, the contrast, looks pretty great. So another fun thing to do with this camera is it's great with portraits, just because you can shoot at wide open at f2, so it blurs out that background. These guys again, there's Joe again on the right, my friend Dylan on the left. Just some fun images for you there. Just again, the contrast and the colors that this camera produces is some of my favorites. Alright, so this is just a fun image of the ocean. This was down in San Diego. This was taken right when I first moved to LA. I think we drove down to do a little exploring down in San Diego, and I just love how sharp this guy is. And last but not least, this shot was from a friend's birthday party. Great thing about California, this was in February. We went orange picking, then made homemade mimosas in her backyard. So it was definitely a fun day. And I love this image just because of the colors and the contrast, and it's just one of my favorites. Another reason why I love this camera. Alright guys, so thanks for taking a look at some images with me. I hope you did enjoy them. Again, this is just one of my favorite setups. You can't go wrong with the Zeiss glass on this. If you guys don't have it, I definitely recommend it. It's one of my favorites. You won't be disappointed. They're not too expensive either. I think I got this whole setup for about $550 a couple years ago. So definitely worth the investment. And that's about it. Do want to say thanks again for checking out and sticking with this YouTube channel. I've got some plans for it in the future. I hope to keep making videos and stuff like that. Also, stay tuned for the podcast. That is coming to you guys very soon. I'll link below all the information we have so far. We have an Instagram, we have a Flickr. I'm going to have a website coming to you guys soon. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. Until next time, see ya.